Command has finally let us into the Gloom, and let me tell y'all, I ain't never had a better vacation. The vast and beautiful waterfalls.
Tyler, come look at this waterfall of bugs. This is cool.
Oh, I see it.
Touring the E710 processing plants.
I made it up. Hi, Demon.
120 on the breach.
Hey,
120 on
what's
the
up?
breach.
Oh my God,
There's
guys.
a charger! There's a charger! Get off my pipe, damn it!
And of course, delivering the light of liberty to the enemies of humanity and their hundreds all make today a great day to be a Helldiver. My name is Commissar Kai, and today I'll be sharing with y'all everything I learned about fighting the bugs on these Gloom worlds. Let's get started with how to reclaim our cities from the Nids.
Everyone get to extract. I am just laying into them right now.
I'll be here with you, Rat. I like killing bugs too.
And this is why I follow you, sir.
The main thing you'll notice when dropping in on a Gloom world is just how many dang bugs there are.
Kai,
I
come
am
down here and look
already
at this. Look at this little gutter.
That is
Alright, this poor
quite
charger's bleeding
filled
out.
with meat. It's a very meaty tunnel.
The second thing you'll notice is the decreased visibility from the death throes of our enemy.
Oh my god, I can't see anything.
The Gloom must have got the bugs feeling a certain type of way because they have been reproducing like crazy. And I guess a byproduct of that is them exploding into a yellow mist whenever they die. Aside from the lamest martyrdom perk ever, there are more big bugs, more alpha commanders, and the tight corridors of our once beautiful cities make it feel like you're suffocating beneath the weight of tyranny. All of these quirks of the Gloom bugs make teamwork more important than ever. If you don't work with your brother and sister Helldivers, you'll be quickly brought low by the fascist masses. So what does working together look like when there's more Bile Titans on the field than Helldivers?
Effective with the grenade launcher.
I wanted
There's
to
another
know.
one right there.
I was
Alright.
being effective.
I'll
And you
trust you.
said that.
I'm on cooldown still.
Alright, fine, I'll get him.
There you go.
I
There we
blame
go.
you for
Okay.
that. Man.
I'm glad you asked, Cadet, because that's the first thing we're going to cover today. Fighting through the city streets against the Nids takes a certain amount of coordination if you don't want to run over budget on reinforcement stratagems. The main thing you'll want to look out for isn't actually the enemy. It's the intersections. If you get caught in the open in the middle of a city and start fighting the bugs, the alpha commanders in the area will go tattle to Daddy Titan about it and bring the horde down on your ears. Chargers will pressure you out of your prepared positions while the masses of warriors, hunters, and spewers close in on you from all sides. Impalers are harder to spot since there's plenty of cover for them to hide behind, and Titans can level city blocks in their efforts to convert you into paste. From what I've seen, this causes many squads to panic and break cohesion. Once that happens, you're headed for a death spiral a Super Croc would envy. Reclaiming our city streets becomes a matter of courage and camaraderie more than a matter of ordnance. Here you can see the 326th and I fighting shoulder to shoulder using just laser weaponry. This is not a good setup to run, but it worked because we were all focused on firing in the same direction, clogging the streets with monuments to the enemy's sins. The keen-eyed among you will also notice where we chose to fight, away from the intersections and close to the city walls. When you make your way into a city in need of liberation, stick near the walls as much as you can. This will prevent the bugs from surrounding you, giving you clear lines of fire and giving you the option of a quick escape if needed.
Alright, we got another bug breach. I want to get out of here if we can. Can we get over this building? The one that broke?
I'm trying to break the wall with my drop pod.
Yep. Okay,
Wall's
nice.
open.
Nice, you can get out here.
When outside of the city, you'll have to establish proper kill zones for the bugs on your own using the terrain. Fori Prime has tons of hills that can be used as high ground, but any planet will have spaces more attuned to the processing of large batches of E710.
Yo, this is a perfect time for the eruptor.
Alright. Heading into the
Well,
city.
as long as I don't get run over by a damn charger.
If you're staring down the barrel of a bug breach, find some high ground to exploit. You can either go higher up than the bugs and rain democracy down upon them, or you can use the base of a hill to set up a proper kill zone by shelling the top of it and putting holes in anything that trickles down. If you're sitting there wondering, but Commissar, how do I get my team to work with me? They just go off and do their own thing.
What just happened?
What are you clowns doing? Kai, you brought these children into this mission.
I mean, we're Helldivers. We're all children.
I have two simple answers for you. The first is to let them take the lead and assist them with whatever they're doing. When your team sees you blast that incoming charger, stemming them when they're low, or stepping up to halt the bug's advance while they reload, they'll usually notice and want to stay near you out of a matter of convenience. From there, you can build up proper coordination and teamwork. This obviously won't work with everybody, but it does work with the majority of Helldivers in my experience. The second answer is to use that mic soldier. Tell your team what you plan to do so they can make informed decisions about what they want to do next.
Y'all, back off. Go the other direction. Let me and like L4 hold this.
Alright, do you want to get
I got a bunch of hive guards.
Yeah.
I dropped the cluster.
I'll watch in front. You watch behind. Don't let any chargers sneak up behind me. Okay.
If you're worried about saltier divers stifling your beautifully democratic voice, then enlist my regiment of commandos by clicking the link in the description of this video. The 326th Commando Regiment is all about team play, coordination, and making new friends. And we don't tolerate dissidents with the scout handshake.
No, I'm wondering if, no. I'm wondering...
Now that y'all have the very basics on how to work together, let's talk about which tools work best on the Gloom bugs. When I'm crafting a loadout, I prefer to think of a role I'd like to fill first. And since the two biggest problems in the Gloom are the vast amounts of big bugs, seriously, this is freaking scary sometimes, and the massive hordes of smaller ones, picking a loadout to excel against one of those two problems is going to work much better than trying to hit everything all at the same time. Today, I'll show y'all a variation of my heavy flame trooper set from my Like an Expert series, and you'll need the Viper Commandos and Freedom's Flame Warbonds to make it work. For this one, you'll be focused on chaff clear so we can keep our AT troopers safe while they snipe out those big targets. We'll be taking heavy fire-resistant armor to tank the bugs and to exalt our voices to the heavens.
I will be a wall. Just get behind me.
Oh.
Someone's burning.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hear that a lot this mission.
Our primary is going to be the Torture to bathe our city streets in Liberty's cleansing flame, and to rack up some truly ridiculous kill counts. We'll be pairing the Torture with the Stink Bug to keep chargers from running us over, and to blind the bugs so they can't leap at us as easily. This pairing makes for a perfect frontliner that can wade into the worst situations and still come out alive.
There, I'm wading in.
You know what? Hold on. Cluster's going out.
Oh god, that's really close! Oh no! I'm alive!
Since the Torture lacks any form of stagger, we'll need to take something to keep as insurance against stalkers or an alpha commander running us over. That's where the Bushwhacker shotgun comes in. This pocket shotty will cover all of your stagger needs while still being a great answer to Shriekers, which our Flamer is less than effective against. We'll also be bringing gas grenades to close bug holes, bail out teammates, and create space between us and the bugs. But if you're tired of using gas grenades, I understand. G6 frags are another good option for popping tightly packed groups of enemies or blowing up a bunch of bile spewers. But I do still think gas grenades are one of the best. It's hard to leave them at home. For our support weapon, we have plenty of options, but my favorites so far are the railgun for targeting down those alpha commanders, the EAT and commando for popping the occasional Titan or Impaler, even though that is not our job, or the MG43 for long-range anti-medium work, like when a bunch of alpha commanders or bile spewers are just running at you. It's hard to deal with them with just the Torture. The choice is up to you, since your primary and your backpack are going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting. For stratagem support, we're bringing the 500 kg for bile Titan holes, or for when there's just too many chargers to handle, but the Ministry of Truth would like me to remind y'all that you can close B holes with hell pods.
I'm gonna just pretend he's not there. That usually works. Let's go. Wait, S2, this is your moment. This is your moment. Go get that bile Titan hole. It's right there, it's the big one.
Wait, aren't there two of them?
Or
is it just me?
I think there's just one bile Titan hole.
So the resupply, extra random weapons you have, and even disposable Helldivers will all work for closing the door on these stilted freaks if you find yourself lacking an ultimatum. Finally, we have my new favorite stratagem against the bugs, the Tesla Tower. But if you bring it into a mission, I have a few pieces of advice for how to get the most out of it, since I know not many Helldivers use this particular stratagem. First off, do not throw it at a bug breach. The chances are that either a Titan's going to spawn and step on it, or your team will do the bugs a favor and dump a bunch of Eagles and Orbitals on top of it. Either way, your Tesla Tower's dead and got no value. It does have a low cooldown, but it still feels bad seeing it get taken out by an Eagle cluster strike. To prevent this, throw it at an off angle from the bug breach. The bugs will still be drawn to it so it can get its work done, but it'll be way less likely to get taken out by friendly fire, or if a Titan spawns, they're going to have to turn around to go after it. Use it to guard your back or to close off an alleyway, and you'll see crazy kill counters soar up while you just stand around bathing in glory. If you're able to coordinate with your team, you can also get your AT specialist on protection duty. The tower will fry all the little bugs while your AT diver keeps it safe by popping those Bile Titans and Charger heads. Playing this loadout's pretty simple. You'll just want to be at the front of your team, taking all the aggro from all the bugs and keeping sightlines clear for your AT squad mates. The only real issue it has is it doesn't deal well with a lot of Titans, which is why you're going to lean on your team for that, and it doesn't have great answers for bug holes since we're bringing the Bushwhacker instead of the grenade pistol. So instead, when you're taking on a nest, focus on processing bugs while your team runs in to give them a cup of liberty.
I got so many warriors.
Run to me, run to me. There you go. Oh! Ow!
There's a few other standout support weapons and stratagems that do exceptionally well against the new Gloom. But to avoid making this video too long, I'll just give you all the biggest winners. First, we have the jetpack. Being able to climb buildings and rain lead down on the fascists is both fun and extremely effective. Just be wary that Command is testing some new inertial dampeners on the jump packs, and they still need some work.
To the skies.
Oh, come on.
And face plant again.
We got supplies down here in the pit.
Oh, I'm fine. I didn't take any damage.
Next is a new one for me, the Airburst Launcher. Occasionally I'll run into an enthusiast for an underutilized support weapon, and they never cease to amaze me with what they figure out.
Hello, Impaler. You're dead.
Well, M2, you're teaching me something today. I did not know it was that effective against those.
It is so effective.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
This thing is the bane of Impalers, taking them down in just one shot even when they're all closed up. I had no idea it could do this, but being able to hunt down an Impaler and kill it in one go, in addition to being the best patrol clearing weapon in the game.
We got a patrol with a...
Copy.
Oh, let me see what happens if... Oh, okay.
We had a patrol to the...
Oh,
the Charger's dead.
Is a good reason for Helldivers across the fleet to give it another go. I too remember the days when this thing first came out and we would just murder all of our teammates, but it's much better now about, hitting the right targets. You can even swap the fuse on the rounds to spread out in a flak mode or keep it more concentrated. I just had a ton of fun pairing up with this Airburst enthusiast and giving them team reloads. Just be careful about firing it off near other divers because it will turn you into tomato paste. Last but certainly not least, we have the Rocket Sentry. Because of the amount of big bugs and nursing spears on these maps, the Rocket Sentry really shines at clearing through hordes and targeting down the big bugs. Toss a few of these overlooking a hill and sit back to enjoy the show with your team. 4 Rocket Sentries can pretty much handle a bug breach entirely on their own given the right terrain. So if you have a spot in your loadout and you don't know what to bring, give Randy a try. Just be sure not to stand in his way while he does his very democratic work. The Gloom has been an exciting foray into bug diving for me, and a welcome added challenge after hundreds of hours of diving. Y'all have any builds you'd like me to try or just want to share with the fleet? Drop them in the comments so we can all benefit from your creativity. But until next time, this is Commissar Kai, signing out.
Come on, Pelican One, land on him! Land on him!
Land on him. Yeah. Oh, he went in the Pelican. What?
Oh, God.
What do we do? Get out of there, you fat asshole.
Crawling in the right side,
crawl in. Crawl in.